Carlos Nelson with What's Up Kansas City, and today we're going to talk a little politics with one of our city councilwomen, Ms. Teresa Loar. How you doing today,
I'm
Councilwoman?
doing great, Carlos. How are you?
Doing just fine. Uh, let's get right down to it. Tell our audience a little bit about what's been going on since the new city managers come on board, uh, how things are working. Want you to talk about uh, what you see in the next 3 or 4 months. What you see is important for
Hmm.
overall Kansas City. What you see for your specific districts and your constituents that you want to see get done.
Sure. The manager's been on about 4 weeks now, and I'm seeing good things so far. He is very young, but he's very energetic, as is our mayor. So the two of them work very well together. They seem to be on the same wavelength. You know, us old folks here, we're trying to catch up and stay up with them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing very well. I don't. Uh, see any problems yet. You know, he every time I ask for something or ask him to look into something or ask him to do something, he's on it right away. I don't have to wait 24 hours. I can text him, I can email him, I can Facebook him, and I get a response usually within 30, 45 minutes. Now, I have sent a lot of people to him to talk to him to get to know the community. A lot of our, developers, a lot of our companies, engineering firms, those types of folks. And he takes every meeting. He hasn't turned down a meeting. He's been very cordial. He's always made time. So those are the things that I'm seeing that look very well. So he's starting to, engage now a little bit. He took the snow plowing on and uh, kind of did some shifting around there so we could get all the snow plowed in our first snow. So I think we're doing well.
Yeah, well, what I like to hear, because that's how I operate. Call me. I'm trying to get right back with you. You lucky I don't call you in the middle of the night. But yeah, because it's about getting it done, and
Right.
I don't know how you're letting me know some things because I don't study City Hall. I don't study when it comes to, but you can't help but see certain things. I don't particularly like Quinton, but he's doing a hell of a job, and he's everywhere. What you said about the city manager made me think of Quinton right away. I'm saying he's everywhere doing everything
Right.
for everybody per se.
Right.
I'll look into that part, but I
Yeah.
on a 1 to 10, I give him like an 8. Really should give him a 10, but I told you I
Yeah.
don't like him.
Well, yeah. he um, I think I like the spirit of the new manager. He's aggressive. He's looking for a challenge and he's up for the challenge. He has lots of energy, as does Quinton. So they match there.
That's what
Uh,
Dan said. The last interview I did with Dan.
yeah.
See, I didn't interview you because you had just come on about that city manager controversy. That's why I never called you. But
Okay.
Dan, yeah, but Dan was saying because it was looking like it was a black-white issue. And then Dan said the same thing. Basically, you said, McManus and a couple of others have said that, hey, they didn't think that guy had a chance in the world because the other people had more experience.
Hmm.
But what you opened up your conversation with today is that you don't adapt to the change as readily as Quinton and this city manager. They on the same page, so they should be able to get a lot done for the city
I,
overall.
I
Let's
think
keep
you're
it moving.
absolutely right. Your point on. Yes. They think alike. They're both millennials. They've got the same amount of energy, although our city manager does have a wife and a little girl, a 2-year-old little girl. So he's got a family at home, but he doesn't, I mean, that hasn't been a hindrance. He's there 24/7.
Well, hold it. Those, both of them, from my perspective, you know, I'm real.
Yes.
Quinton trying to be governor, president, or something. The city manager, he trying to make his bones. That's how you do it. You
right.
you grind, and you must have a lot of energy.
That's right. And when you're, 35 years old, you do have a lot of energy. I remember.
Hold it. I'm 69. I'm like, every
not
time
far
I
behind
interview
you.
one of these teeny boppers, hey, Councilwoman, I'll be like, can I give you 10? You want to be grown? Let me give you 20 years and you give me 20 of yours.
That's right. I'm right behind you there. And that's exactly what I say.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say about us old folks is we can look at these young, energetic guys and say, I've done that and that ain't going to work.
Right. Hold it. This is where I'm at overall.
Yeah.
Because with me, I make it known I'm a Black nationalist, and my community, I'm more, we let some of the younger people get up front.
Uh-huh.
Some of the older people step back and do what you're supposed to do, advise them. But young people, you need to damn listen.
Yeah.
If they saying go right, go right.
Yeah.
It's designed for you to go left. That's why you want to go left.
That's
because
right.
It's designed, but by the time you go left, you've used up your life clock. You've used up a whole lot of resources to find out that it's not, the grass looks greener on the other side of the street, but it's mud when you get over there.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And that's
sometimes they listen and sometimes they don't. Though.
Yeah, but that's why I think older people don't want to give up the reins. Also, the economics involved, but I think that's one of the main reasons that they're afraid that once the power shifted, that people won't listen.
Right.
They'll just start doing what they think.
Right.
And I don't know how the city, because we have the city manager form of government.
Uh-huh.
How when everything is nice right now.
Right.
Everything is new, and everybody's trying to get along.
Yeah, exactly.
But in a minute, it's going to heat up.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with Quinton and the city manager when you disagree?
Well, the one thing that you have to still remember is Quinton needs 7 votes. And so he's got to get a majority of the council to go along with him. And it better look good. And this council in particular is very independent minded. So
you don't have to tell me. I talk to all y'all.
So that's thank goodness he's got to have those votes, or who knows where it would be today with any mayor. But I think Kansas City needed a good kick in the pants as far as getting moving and, trying some new things and getting out there. Our population is increasing. People from both coasts are kind of moving towards the middle because of a number of things. Cost of living is one of them. Climate change is one of them. So I think we better be ready to when those folks start migrating in. We are seen as a tech town now, so and that's a younger generation's space there. So we have to make sure we've got that going. And so I'm kind of up for it. I'm ready for them. And when they don't listen to me, I just tell them that I'm the mom and
right. Well, that's how I do all my people. Kids.
Yeah.
Because they all kids to us.
They're all kids to us. That's right.
I guess that's what irks me more. I'm like, son, you just a kid to me.
Yeah.
I'm in media stuff. You could be the mayor. You could be the governor. You still just a kid to me. Right. And you deserve, certain amount of respect goes with your age. And sometimes I don't think that I don't like being pandered to, or you thinking that your intellectual level is so high that uh, you talking down in a way, or that's the part that I
Yeah.
didn't like about Quinton.
Yeah.
But I'm smart enough to not let my personal feelings come into someone's accomplishments.
Right.
But you will know how I feel.
Right. 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 Well, Quentin is extremely smart, and I just treat him like
Genius.
yeah, I just treat him like one of my kids, and we get along just fine.
Uh, how is the airport going right now? Is that,
Well,
are you,
Carlos, it's always an issue for me simply because of how it started. But my biggest concerns now is making sure that we have our MBE and WBE participation going out there. The project is so big and has so much money in it that we need to stay on top of
hold it,
it.
when you was saying about you telling that city manager you was introducing people
Right.
to,
Uh-huh.
that's what the freaking need, you know,
Right.
everybody, you got some, because I used to be a contractor.
Uh-huh.
In my other life, I had the second or the third largest black construction company in Kansas City. Whether
Ah,
you knew that or
okay.
not.
Okay.
When they did the magnet schools,
Right.
I renovated Milton Moore, C.A. Franklin, Longin, Sugar Creek, and Fairmont. But
Wow.
they only gave me one room in each one of those schools. And
Uh-huh.
so I think it's essential for council people or any people that have power when it comes to these bids and things
Right.
to let whoever's in, hey, don't forget him, don't forget him. They talk about
Right.
all of this bid
Uh-huh.
rigging and talk about a bunch of crap. I don't buy all of that because all conversations ain't like that. And I was
Right.
glad when you said, well, he respond right away. I
Yeah.
caught, don't think I didn't catch all of that. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
saying, and I think more council people and people of power have, that's why your constituents elect you.
Right. That's right.
I don't care what nobody say. I'm
Right.
voting for you because I got a relationship and you know that I'm in business and
Right.
that's how business work. Anybody say anything different, they need to look at who runs the nation, corporations, business.
That's exactly right.
So
You're
I wanted to
exactly
get
right.
that out because I don't think
Yeah.
that there's enough
Yeah.
being done with the MB and overall
Right.
Kansas City participation in its own projects.
I couldn't agree more. And I tell you, sitting on top of that is a full-time job. And the problem with the council is we're dealing with, we're drinking out of a fire hose down here. We're dealing with so many things at once, trying to get people interested and maybe taking a look at a bid at the airport is difficult at best. And it's so big and it's kind of an isolated group up there. So, and they have their own little system going. So for us to make an impact, you got to really yank their chain
Do you
hard.
find that they are living up to their agreement? See, I talked to some people,
Mhm.
and we're gonna get off this, but I
Yeah.
had talked to some people about what they said they was gonna do. They're supposed to be having a child care center up there
Yeah.
for the people that work there and all of that. Do you know
Uh,
whether that is still? See, I don't have enough. This is where the tire meets the road. A
mhm.
company like mine, I think you've seen that we really try to take care, if you plugged in at all, our
Right.
community digitally, right?
Right. Right.
Now, why don't I have enough resources that I can send people up there to find out what's going on? And and even with the city,
Right.
when I pitch things, it's like I'm pitching because it's me. No, who do y'all have advising y'all on digital media and how to deal with the real 3/4 of the black community that
Well,
are down in the gutter, really?
yeah. Uh,
And
we're- I have
And
no
they
idea.
keep giving contracts to the same damn people. And then I'm like, well, let's put Cascade's resume up against who you've hired and who you've given money to. And I operate everything on my own dime.
Right.
We 100% black owned, 100% debt free.
Right.
And I should not have to do that when there are agencies out here, and I shouldn't have to reach out as hard.
Exactly. No, you should
so
not.
if a councilwoman like you, if you're my constituent and I come to you and you go to the city manager, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Somebody can read that any kind of damn way they want to read it. But when you say, hey, look at what they've done, this, and this, you need to look at that. That's a serious deal. I got kids. I got family. We have interns. We have value.
Right.
So you're a councilwoman. I'm just running it down.
Yeah.
Letting off a little steam. And the same thing with the mayor.
Right.
Because I said, Quinton, why can't you ever do an exclusive with the Black network where the other networks have to come to us to get the story? That's economics.
Right. That's right.
All right. You know, all of that showboating is one thing. Then because I'm putting it out there. I've said it on other programs.
Sure.
You seen how I put fresh tie, fresh shirt on? He canceled 7 interviews after they made the appointment.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And I told Morgan like 2 or 3 times, every time I do a show, I put a fresh shot. So you don't care about my economics. And you know, we have a busy schedule. You know how I basically do the interviews. I say, you give me the time. Right. Because we have so many different interviews, they might be a conflict once I start scheduling.
Right.
He has made me lose 3 or 4 very important interviews by scheduling and then telling Morgan, wait 15 minutes. And I'm ready to interview somebody across the nation or something. And it goes to a half an hour and then I cancel the interview and then I can't get the people back on the show.
Right.
And that shows me you have no respect for Black business. You're saying one thing, but what you're doing is a different thing. And I'm saying this to I'm telling this story for all the council people. You tell Mr. Nelson something, you need to do it, because I'm not like the regular press. I'll be on you for 10, 20 days, make you lose your job.
Right, right.
So, you know, I just be real. And I don't know why I'm going off like that, but I do know.
No, I understand. I truly do. And I know your frustration. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, and then I talked to some community leaders and he had done that to them too.
Yeah.
Sankofa Group, they had contacted them and wanted to meet, and then they canceled twice. And she said this, because this is how I am, all the politicians, your damn aides are dead. They done fell on so many damn swords, I don't even know how they stand up, you know? And those days are over.
Yeah.
Those not wanting to return the phone call. And there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
And everybody that's handling Black business, and that means the whole council, the state, and the county, Cascade gonna be asking you why you voted that way. And then if you don't come on, we're gonna be on you every single day. We'll see whether you can survive that.
Yeah.
Our audience is getting super large.
Yes. Yes. Well, I think that's exactly the way it should be. You need to hold your
my officials. Accountable. I talk white and Black. Yep. I say I'm on my Black people way more. I'm on you white people.
Exactly.
Because they got to get their house in order, and then they can come to the majority community and say, these are the things we want to try to get done for our community. Now you work with us on this, and then we know you got things that you need our help. Like you said, Quinton needs 7 votes. Then y'all say, all right, we don't want to do this, but we're going to do this because we're trying to work with you, and we're trying to make the city a better city.
Well, and there's all kinds of things down here, Carlos, that need attention, particularly with MBE, WBE. I mean, and we can't seem to get our arms around it. I think we need help in our HRD department. I think we have a fairness and construction board that's a mess. We
None of
have,
that stuff. Let me say this to you,
yeah,
and I'm cutting you off.
no, that's okay.
All of that stuff is fronts.
Yeah,
I've been in the
exactly.
system.
Yep, yep,
It's hold it. When I talk about MBE, I really get upset.
yeah,
Why do I have to show that I'm black? The white
that's
people
right.
have to show that they white. Let's certify white people.
That's right.
All of those things for any businessman knows they ought to keep you out. You know who schooled me? Inez Kaiser was the first black woman to start a public relations firm in the United States.
Wow.
She she was a founding board member with me. I don't know whether you know, I was a founding board member of the Full Employment Council.
No,
Yeah,
I
Reagan
didn't.
was in office. I wound up, that's how Carl DeCapo met me and adopted me as his godson. Reagan was in office
Oh my goodness.
because it was a 21 member board and
Uh-huh.
all of them were out of touch and
Uh-huh.
into their egos.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Hallmark, you had Dunn, you
Mm-hmm.
had all these people, and they were crooks.
Yeah.
Because when I say crooks, there was a lot of midnight phone calls, and
Uh-huh.
you know how the politics
I
work.
know how it
I
works.
was
I sure
young.
do.
I didn't
Yeah.
know nothing. Really,
Right.
I tell people I'm a gangster posing as a businessman.
Aren't we
That's
all
real.
though? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know how the Malcolm
Yeah.
X story, or these
Yeah.
different
Right.
black men that I've been in jail, did
Yeah.
dope, all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah.
it's where I'm at now.
Right.
And that has given me the experience to do what I'm doing.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
And so they were changing the minutes of the meeting. And then they would, the next meeting, oh, blah, blah, blah. We said this. I said, no,
Uh-huh.
we didn't say that. I was too dumb to know to play along. I said,
Right.
no, here's the tape. This is what took place.
Yeah.
Tape recording. And called the capo, said, you're the only one got some balls on here. You my godson. And
That sounds like Carl.
And he showed me different things.
Yeah.
About business, people. He took me under his wing. So did Inez Kaiser. She was on that board. So I might look simple, but I got a lot here. And
Exactly.
you can't pee on my head and tell me it's lemonade.
Right. Right.
I might not say nothing, but I know your game now.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I'm saying all of that to say, hopefully, more people are going to look at this interview. They're going to be saying, that Nelson, he's something else. You damn right.
Yep. I believe you. I believe every word you're saying, and I agree with you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because most people don't want to hear the truth.
That's right. You are telling the truth right now.
And we cannot straighten Kansas City or the nation out unless we start dealing with some real deals. And
I agree.
I'm talking to my black politicians.
Yeah.
Trying to lay some groundwork so that we can 221 can be like a year that we've never had.
That's right. That's exactly right.
This pandemic is bad, but what it has done is made people realize Zoom and a lot about this digital. There's no going back, even when this thing clears up.
Right.
That's what I'm telling my constituents, my investors, and everything else. We're gonna be here, and the only thing we can do is grow like YouTube and them, because no one is handling black business on as many fronts as we are. And so, what I'm saying to you and the other council people, when you have constituents, like you said, whoever you've been, invite them on the show.
Absolutely.
Say, Mr. Nelson would like to interview you. We have a Tech in Motion show.
Yep.
We have the Kansas City on the business side.
Yeah.
We have Neighbors Construction. We did commercials for them. We
Yeah.
did commercials for the mayor on that 1-2-3 go stuff. You
Yeah.
might didn't even know.
Oh
But
my
what I would
God.
say to you, go to cascademediagroup.net. That's what we are, media group. I just happen to be a agitator and activist, and I tell people we're not the press, so don't
No.
get me
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
Most people think we're the press. We're not the press.
No. No. But you're telling the truth, that's for sure. Which is sometimes more than the press does.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That I built the company on my reputation. Not that you can know everything. Somebody might tell you a lie and you parrot it, but you're not going to hear that intentionally on any of our networks. And we produce 35 different shows.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's important for us now, to me, from political standpoint, to try to talk as straight as we can to one another.
You bet.
And we're not going to agree, but from a Black perspective, we can't deal with the white community unless we are together, because the white community will use that against. With the Black people, if they was in power, they'd use that against you, and that's what I tell Black people a lot.
Yeah.
That if you was the majority and you was in white people's shoes, you might feel the same way. Threatened. Now you're becoming the minority in society, all kinds of things, and then you seeing how the world, you overreact. Because I told McManus, I thought he was with the Klan. Yeah, hey, that's how your mind. Listen, McManus and Boo. I kept mispronouncing her name. I was calling her Burl. All right, they were the last ones to get interviews. And I'm like, man, is this cat the Klan? He don't want to come on. And then I happened to run into Ken Backus. I said, Ken, what's wrong with that white boy, McManus? He said, what you talking about, Carlos? I said, I think he's racist something. He don't want to come on and answer some questions. I don't be ambushing nobody. He said, Carlos, you lost your mind. He said, that boy went to school with my son. And blah, blah, blah. And so when people don't say themselves, people's mind just run away, and then they start acting on it. And
that's
then
exactly right.
It.
No, you're exactly right. But that is funny about Kevin, because he is so far from.
Hey, excellent, excellent person.
Yes.
You would want your son to be like that man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But again, if the communications is not there, that's what's going to happen.
Right.
The city manager, my community was thinking it was a Black-white issue.
Oh, no.
Well, again, you're saying, oh, no, but the optics, the press, and then there's no counterbalance.
Right.
When I put y'all on, I was surprised with Dan, how Dan, but all of y'all mimic. Dan said, man, I don't accept change until it's right up in front of my face. But that new manager, he was talking about, hey, all these different ways to do things.
Right.
And by me being in construction, by me watching Sprint Center, oh, you got to have an anchor tenant. Oh, you got to have a hockey team or a basketball team. They use it in a different way. One of the most successful arenas. And so I think it, in concert with the string going across on this guy's been innovative and all of that, my community should be able to see this is why y'all voted for this new manager.
Sure. And you should have him on, Carlos. You should.
We've asked him, but you know how the politics are. They went out and seen John Sharp and a lot of different, but I think they were nervous about coming on the show. And I'm trying to show everybody, if I want to get your ass, I'll get you.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
We're not using this for that.
No.
We're
Now,
using this to bridge
yeah,
a gap.
I'll encourage him to come on because I think he needs to reach your audience. And also, I think those guys out at the airport should come on your show and let you talk to them.
Well, see, the thing is, again, we just launched. You should look at that. What's Up Latin America, and the host of What's Up Latin America is Jackie Aguirre. She is a law student at Notre Dame University. She's brought some hell of a guests on her first 3 shows from Nicaragua. She's Latinx, and that's basically the whole everybody she's bringing on from around Latin America. They're talking about Latinx. They're talking about racism in their community, how in Latin America, it's always the white-looking Latins that are at the top of the political and the economic thing. And I'm saying a lot of complicated issues.
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
You might didn't know, we have What's Up in 76 cities. We have What's Up New York, What's Up, and all of those. So then we have the Kansas City Business Association. Then we have the Black Coaches Association. That's named the City of Fountains Coaches Association, because I started that back in 2008, and it has most of your Black coaches here and HBCU coaches. Y'all know nothing about that. No. And so there, and we have some other networks and things. Sure. So my time dealing just with this is
minimal, huh? Yeah. Got it.
And I'm like, launching that Latin American network, really the politicians should be looking at what we're doing and saying, hey, how can I do my pitch to those young Latin Americans?
Right.
And think that's what smart people meet.
Exactly.
And so hadn't been in this political lane since Mark, Charles, and Bobby.
Yeah.
And they had my community shit locked down. It wasn't going to be no meal served downtown if Black people didn't have a seat at the table, at the county, the city, or the state.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking to my politicians about. It's out in the open that we got to come together to make some moves. I'm giving out the Charles Hasley Award, Community Service Award, in about 3 weeks. I think he needs to be remembered. Because he delivered for the community.
Yes, he did.
Black community. And,
yes, he did.
I'm sorry, I don't know whether you know this. Henry Lyons and myself put forth that 2-term limit. I was vice chairman of the Citizens Association at the time. And they lost all their power.
Yeah.
You couldn't do nothing. When I came here from New York in 78, you couldn't do nothing without that Citizens Association.
That's right. I remember.
Well, what do we have like that now, putting a check on council and things? Do we have anything like that?
No, we have nothing.
Why did that, in your estimation, disappear?
I will tell you, though, the one organization that still does have some clout is Freedom, because Freedom can deliver the votes, not the money, but the votes. And, I'm an at-large, so I run citywide. And Freedom was the first place I went. And Freedom's always supported me. So
last night I put up, Rodney Bland is the new president. I had him up on all our channels. He's got a beautiful picture of him. And I said, the new president of Freedom Inc., my friend for 35, him, David Haley, and one or two other notables. When Mark Bryant, we all ran around when we was young. And so I know they heart. And and on that caption, I said a new era begins.
Right.
Because I talked to him, and the things I'm talking to you about, that's what I talked to him about. Got to bring the county, the city, and the state people in, and any one of them that don't want to act like they got some sense, then we're going to have to do commentary on them every day.
That's exactly right. And Rodney is a close friend of mine. And I think Rodney, um, it was because of Rodney that I think my status and freedom grew. That and my continued service in the Black community. But actually, I will say freedom is probably your biggest uh, uh, group that will
Oh,
that can.
oh, no doubt. Hey,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
told you,
yeah.
I've had conversations with him. We're gonna have further because, from my point of view, boycott has been alleviated from the Black man's vocabulary because it
Hmm.
was effective.
Right.
And all of this, there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. And
That's right.
now it's a time for war because corporate America has not done what it's supposed to do by Black people in this city. And when that
Agreed.
uh, that that big firm moved from Kansas back over here,
Uh-huh.
uh, and
Hmm.
they got all of that money. That's
Yeah.
the game that's been going on since I've
Hmm.
been in this damn city.
Right.
And the only thing that's going to solve that, as I'm saying to my constituents, you must not listen to anything. You got to be deaf toned. You got to boycott until they put they. You got Burns and McDonald's. You
Hmm.
got Cerner. They're doing different things, but now that we're going national and more money is coming into us,
Right.
I'm gonna be able to hire people to look at their books
Good.
and
I think
find.
that's great.
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
on. I tell you this, and I tell anybody there, I carry my pistol with me now because I know the things that I'm
Yeah.
doing are very dangerous,
Right.
not
Right.
just in my community,
Right.
to the establishment,
No, you're
but
right.
they are not doing their fair share. It's all
Right.
gloss.
Right.
They put these Black people up in front of us on
Hmm.
Startling, on all of these uh,
Hmm.
propaganda tools that the puppeteers
Oh
are
yeah.
using. I'm like,
Oh,
how the hell you put these Black people on Startling and say they leaders in our community, and people in my community don't even know who these people are.
exactly. Exactly.
You
Well, I'm
know,
glad
and you
somebody's
getting
seeing that.
tons of money, funding. And so
Exactly.
those are the things I'm looking at. And
Yep.
Al Cap or All Cap, they better really be looking out.
Yep.
Because I got my people looking at everything they doing.
Good. I think somebody needs to.
Yeah, well, I'll call it. I put it out in there so that they know.
the days of investigative journalism is over. I
Well,
mean, they're
I told you I'm a gangster posing as a businessman. And I
okay.
dare them
Good.
to come after me.
I know where to come now.
Yeah, I know. I'm dare them to come
Yeah.
after me. But
Yeah.
there's so much things, and Quinton
Yeah.
got his hands in a lot of things he think I don't know,
Uh-huh.
or people don't know.
Uh-huh.
With EDC, and
Uh-huh.
I've been around.
Yeah.
Teresa, people that's listening to this might not know. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I sure do. I sure do. And
And,
I'm glad somebody's looking. I really am
and the
because
thing that they don't understand, all of Kansas City, the peons that work for you,
yeah,
they contact me
right.
on all of your shit.
I get it. I get it.
You have all of these different consultants giving you all this stuff, and it all boils down. Black people, 6412728282930. You manage from the top up instead of the bottom. I'm saying all that's gonna stop.
Yep.
And if y'all think that you're gonna keep doing that, I'm gonna open up a can of worms that can't be closed.
I'm with you, Carlos. I am with you. And been preaching that since 19, well, I first came down here in 1995 with Emmanuel. And, we worked and worked and worked, and we're still working together. And, but you're right. It is so, and I see it every day down here. I see
I don't know how you don't vomit.
the old white guys getting all of it. They get all of it. They get all the money. They have all the power, and they stop anything they want, or they promote anything, or they get anything they want.
Well, that's why I have to care. I was talking to some people yesterday. I said, I'm gonna go buy me another one. I need the Magnum. Hell it, they gunned down Leon Jordan in the street.
There you go.
You think I'm asleep?
Exactly.
You said you seen that movie. Miami, 3 or 4 of them are dead.
Yeah, I know.
You be trying to make some moves. These people are greedy and they have no heart, no humanity left in them.
That's exactly right.
What's going on in the urban core and don't think that that's going to affect them.
That's exactly right. You are exactly right. And I'm tired of it. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of it.
One thing I give you.
Yeah.
My sister.
Yes, sir.
You were the first one to come on the show. I almost had to threaten everybody. I sent you the damn invitation. You came. Shit, you came to the office.
I did. In the rain, I look like.
And so I don't let people make my friends or my enemies.
Yeah.
Because how you treat this one, you might not treat Mr. Nelson that same way for numerous reasons. They might be nice on the outside and ugly on the inside.
That's right.
And you don't fool with them. That's
right. That's exactly right.
All right. So
I'm with you.
I know I took up a lot of conversation, but I don't know why I went off on you.
It's been fun though, and I needed to hear that today because I get in a funk too because I feel like I'm out here by myself and screaming to the wind and nobody listening, and I need some help. So maybe I'll just come to you for my help.
Yeah. Hey, Councilwoman, listen. Yeah. You can come, make you a video just by yourself.
Okay.
And send it to me that you want to get out to your people, and I'm put it on my damn network.
All right.
I'm saying, as I told you, when you have constituents, we have the business network. Right. I'd be glad to do full interviews with them, what their problems are, how they are looking at what's going on.
Yeah.
And then if somebody got something to counter that, let them put it in the regular paper.
There you go.
See whether they can get that done.
Yeah.
See, you don't have no access to these people.
Right. That's exactly right. Exactly.
So I'm with you. You got the golden key, sis. Anything you want to say to the audience before we close? You got to come back on in about 2-3 weeks because I took up this program. I'm sorry, people.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, it was. I needed to hear it today. So, and it's really boosted my spirits because sometimes I feel like I'm alone out here trying to fight for the MBEs and the WBEs and I don't know. I can't.
We're getting our house in order.
Okay.
You're saying this on the air. So at the end of the day, this is why I be telling people, come on. So that when I go to my little corner, I'm like, now they said this. I don't care what you're saying. You got to work with this until you find out different.
Right.
And so you say you want to work with the community. That's music to my damn ears.
Absolutely.
And I know Dan wants to work with the community. Yeah. I know, because I'm saying what came out their mouth. I know McManus, but y'all ain't working with the community if the community's getting ready to have a wreck.
Well, that's exactly right.
And that's what people got to understand.
Right. Right.
Y'all will work on some things with us if they laid out and you can see the end result. But all this dumping money into Vine and all of this stuff and it just disappearing.
Right. That's right. That's frustrating.
Hold it. I'm on top of that.
Yeah. But I will tell you, if we say anything, Carlos, if we say anything against that, we're labeled a racist.
Well, that's why I got the damn program.
Okay.
Hold it. Listen, I sent that message out like at 2-3 in the morning because I'm a workaholic, and so I said, let me call these city council people. I know nobody's at the office, but let me let them know I want them to come on the program.
Yeah.
4 or 5 white council people called me right back. You were the first one. Because I had the ringer off because I was damn sleep after staying up all night. but I was really happy that my white council people see what I'm trying to do in bridging this gap. And they like, hey, when can I come on? Eric's coming on, I think tomorrow. Somebody else is coming on, because I still don't have all y'all's names embedded in my head. But to have my community know, hey, listen to what the man's saying. Hell, what this guy's saying. If he's saying a lie, then it'll bear out, and then you don't deal with him no more.
It will. It will. And you know, like I said, I've been around for a long time, just like you. People know my reputation. They know who I am. And, you know, I have worked with every community in this city, the Hispanic community, the African-American community, you know, the North, the South, you name it.
We're trying to bridge that gap with the Hispanic community, because just straight out, I say it all the time, Hispanics don't be wanting to get with blacks for the most part. They don't understand block voting to the degree that, why are you white people all up talking about all these people of color coming? Unless you motivate them, they don't really do what they're supposed to do. So I be like, what are you scared of?
Exactly.
The system has already programmed them not to do nothing. I'm trying to deprogram.
Look at this council. There's not one Hispanic on it, and there should be one, at least one.
What they voting, they getting larger out in the Northland.
Exactly, exactly. We need some Hispanic representation on this council.
The system's broke, so their system is broke too.
It sure is.
Yeah, their system is broke like ours is broke.
Yep.
You don't have leadership, and that's what we are agitating for.
Right.
Leadership. Don't be afraid to step out there.
Right.
The status quo won't do no more.
Right. That's right. I'm with you 100%.
All right. What's your closing comments?
I just want to thank you, Carlos, for allowing me to come on and have some dialogue with you, because this has been very uplifting for me, and I want to come back. Well,
you know, but the main thing, have your aide get in touch with your constituents, and then I will talk to them personally. Hey, come on, bro. This is what's going down. What industry or what's happening, and what are you looking at that you having problems with, so that we can't be the policeman of the world. But I tell you this, don't nobody want this light on them.
Right. That's right. That's exactly right. I'm with you.
All right.
100%.
As we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself.
Agreed 100%.
The program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.